Greetings and welcome to your Oracle message for the day. I am Kat Morgan and I welcome you to this video, to this channel, and to this space. This is a collective reading and it is timeless, so whenever you come across this video, however you come across it, it's the right time for you to be getting this message. And we have been going through our mega deck. This is every single card that has never been pulled on this channel in any of the Oracle readings from any of the decks. All of those cards put together into a mega deck and one card pulled randomly every day in no particular order. So today's card is card number 7 from the Woodland Wardens Oracle deck by Jessica Rue. I love these illustrations. They are just so adorable. Today's card is card number 7, a very strong, auspicious number, very strong spiritual energy with the number 7. And we have the Chipmunk and Laurel representing success. And I have a couple of things to share with you. Before we go in the book, we'll take a look in the book and find out what the reading says for us. But before we do that, I always like to get the energy that's coming directly from the image on the card itself. And we have here, obviously, a chipmunk and laurel leaves. Chipmunks, when I think of chipmunks, similar to squirrels, I think of being very industrious, working very hard, very goal-oriented, very, very driven, very focused, very persistent. They are very protective of their dens, of their stashes. They are, in my mind at least, indicative of joy also and spontaneity. At the same time, sometimes you see them, racing around the trees and running around in the bushes and stuff, kind of chattering at each other. Some of that is play, and some of it is, sending people off that have gotten a little too close to your hoard. But chipmunks, I think they are adorable. I used to have one back when those kinds of pets were normal for people to have in the United States. Thankfully, that's not the case anymore. But I did have a pet chipmunk for a while, and I use pet with quotes around it because there's really no such thing as a pet when you're talking about wild animals. They should never be pets, and that poor little thing in its cage was absolutely miserable. The worst possible thing for it to have happen was to become a pet of a little girl. So enjoy these little guys when you see them, and little girls, because there are just as many, if not more, little girl chipmunks as there are little boy chipmunks. That's how that kind of continues, right? But I enjoy seeing them in forests and woodland areas. It makes me smile. So that's what I wanted to share with you about that, is with our idea of success. Obviously, if they aren't successful in the spring and summer and fall and in getting good fat storage on their bodies, eating lots of nuts and berries, and sometimes I think they'll eat insects too. I'm not sure. You can tell me in the comments if you feel so inclined to leave any comments on it, on the image, as well as your associations with that. Laurel leaves, we know, are representative of victory. The laurel crown, which we can see here in the image on the card, is what was placed, and I think is still placed, on the heads of Olympic winners, the people that are winning, besides like the gold medals and all of that. But they used to put laurel crowns on their heads, crowns of laurel wreaths, to represent victory. So the laurel plant has always been associated with victory, with success. Yes, absolutely. So a couple of things you may not know about the laurel plant in general. This is from the NIH, the National Institutes of Health, and regardless of your feeling about them as an organization, do recognize that they are a group of scientists that are independent of each other that work together in collaboration on various projects. Okay, the chemical composition and antimicrobial activity of the laurel plant. This is from 2019, so pretty recent. Laurel essential oil has shown significant antibacterial properties and greater effectiveness against some microorganisms than tetracycline antibiotics. Right? I know. Isn't that crazy? So, again, going back to what we've always known, there are a lot of herbs, there are a lot of plants that have very strong medicinal qualities that we've actually used a lot of times to make medicines pharmaceutically. We take out all of the natural ingredients and distill it down to its little chemical composition. In the process, you lose a lot of the benefits that are coming from those botanic ingredients that are stripped away in the chemical process. So always take your opportunities when you have them to use fresh or dried herbs, as well as doing your doctor's care and following what your doctor's instructions are always. Okay? Herbs and herbal remedies should be used in connection with and in coordination with. So talk to your doctor about that stuff too. The other thing, again, National Institutes of Health, but this is from 2020, okay? In addition to cooking, leaves and bark, so not just the essential oil, just the normal, like the things that you get in the spice racks in the grocery store, okay? In addition to cooking, leaves and bark are used in treatment of rheumatism, nausea, vomiting, fever, anemia, body odor, diarrhea, and colic. So if you're feeling a little poorly digestively, consider cooking something with some laurel leaves, like a pot of rice with some laurel leaves. After my crazy weekend traveling with a bunch of airplane flights that had a whole bunch of issues, my digestive system is an absolute disaster today. That happens. It's a normal thing. Your body responds to stress, and it's impossible to not be stressed and feeling stress when you're in a stressful situation. The trick is to not stay in that state of stress any longer than you have to. So as soon as that event was over, we gave lots of gratitude for coming out of it alive and out of it safely. And we went on, literally, on to the next plane or, to the next taxi or whatever it was that we were doing for all of the passengers on that flight. But I'm going to be cooking up some rice with bay laurel. It's also known as bay leaves. They are same thing. So I'm definitely going to be cooking that up and eating that throughout the day. I can't wait. I love the taste of it to begin with, and using that opportunity to help my digestive system calm down, settle down. It's all over. It's all good. So take advantage of those opportunities. If you have a spice jar that has bay laurel leaves in it, just take it out and take a sniff of it, and just smell that beautiful aroma. So I love laurel, is one of my favorite herbs, absolutely. So success, obviously, yes. Laurel leaves are used in Olympics to make crowns for the victors of those games. Have been since the Greeks and Romans put it all together. I think it was the Greeks that put it together. You guys can correct me on that. I'm not a historian. Anyway, let's take a look in the book and find out what the reading says for us for today. This is card number 7, the Chipmunk and Laurel representing success. The Chipmunk and Laurel symbolizes a new venture that will surely lead to success. The chipmunk often takes the road less traveled, finding hidden pathways and adventure along the way. The laurel is a symbol of victory, used to crown the winners in the ancient Olympic Games. Together, they tell us to take charge of our destiny, carve our own path, and find success. So your message is to forge a unique path towards your desires. The road to achieving your goals is hardly ever straight and easy, but the journey is always rewarding. And just remember, life is a journey we're on, like the longest road trip in in forever, in eternity, right? This is literally our lives are a road trip. And I have said that multiple times. It's all about the journey. It's all about the process. It's all about the becoming. We are becoming our most perfected selves. We are becoming our most authentic selves. We are becoming our most successful selves. So, our quotes for the day: what success in my life can I celebrate? What success in your life can you celebrate right now? Well, number one, you're alive. So let's celebrate you. Let's celebrate you being alive right now. Okay. Thank you so much for not getting yourself clobbered by anything and coming out of whatever you've come out of throughout your life, still breathing, still making it happen, right? Absolutely. What successes in my life can I celebrate? You can be successful at uh, getting a daily task done. You can be successful at doing your morning meditation. Take your, take your, give yourself credit. Give yourself credit for what you are getting accomplished on a daily basis. And then, what kind of big successes have you had? Did you get a promotion at a job that you were wanting, or a new job, or the job that you've got? Was that something you worked hard for? A degree in school, raising children, or being in the process of raising children and helping them be successful at something in particular, being successful in a relationship with a life partner or your current partner. There's so many things to be successful for, to be feeling and giving gratitude. And that's really the key when you want to increase and bump up, level up your manifestation of what you're working on, what you want to see materializing in your 3D reality experience. If you want to see that happen faster, if you want to see that happen more accurately, with things that you genuinely want, and things, not things that you're fearing, that you're just accidentally putting that energy into and increasing out of fear, but things that you are genuinely working on, that you genuinely want to do. Give yourself credit for sticking with it, for not giving up. Congratulations. Not everybody can say that. So congratulations. Take your bow. Give yourself credit and be grateful for yourself as well as anybody that has helped you along the way. And our second question is, how can I carve my own path and live my truth? Yeah. Well, that is just, exactly what we always talk about on this channel: living your truth, being your most authentic self, being in your integrity, coming and living from your integrity, being honest with yourself, loving and accepting yourself unconditionally, unconditional love of self. Good, bad, neutral, everything does not matter. Okay? When you come to that place where you can accept whatever has happened in the past, you don't have to keep repeating things that didn't work out. You don't have to keep bringing back the same experience over and over again. You have the option of learning your lesson and not doing it the same way next time. And that's what success is all about, is not giving up, not quitting, learning the lessons, taking those, and being grateful. If something didn't work out, something better is there waiting for you to see it. And in order to be able to see it, you need to be grateful for all of the gifts that you've got. Gratitude opens your third eye to be able to see the blessings and abundance that are surrounding you, that are touching you. Gratitude brings more abundance. Gratitude brings more blessings. So what kinds of things can you be grateful for? What successes in your life can you celebrate? And how can you carve your own path and live your truth? You don't have to follow what everybody else is doing. You don't have to follow their example. If things work for you, that other people have shared that work for them, by all means, continue doing that. That's literally success. Okay? If it's successful, keep doing it. If it's not successful, step back, take a deep breath, get a look at the big picture, maybe ask, what am I missing here? What am I missing here? What am I not seeing? What am I not getting? What is not clear to me? Ask those questions. If you can, ask them out loud. We know that words spoken aloud have a lot of power. That vibration itself creates an energetic field. Your subconscious mind, when you ask it a question, if you don't immediately know what the answer is, it will keep working at it. It will keep trying to figure out what the answer is. You go on to something else, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this answer comes to you from this question you had 2 hours ago. And you're like, I knew that. I knew that. But you couldn't see it at that moment because your brain was filled with other stuff. That's the reticular activating system. It's part of how your brain functions. It looks for things that it thinks you are wanting to see. So if you're not seeing what you want manifested in your life, if you're not feeling successful right now, all you have to do, close your 2 seeing eyes and open your 3rd eye, open your intuition, ask those questions. What am I missing in this situation? What can I do to help? What can I do to bless? What can I do out of love, out of peace, as a peacemaker, as a love bringer? What can I do? You start asking those kinds of questions, and your subconscious will keep working on it until you have an answer. And you'll know if it's the right answer or not. You'll know if it's going to be successful or not. Your future self is always talking to your past selves. That's where you get those intuition. That's where you get those little messages, those little downloads. I call them divine downloads, DDs, I call them. When you just get this like vision. Sometimes it's in words, sometimes it's in picture, sometimes it's both, sometimes it's a song. You never know. Don't assume it's going to come in a certain way. That's where that release comes in that you keep hearing about so much on so many channels, including this one. Releasing the need to have to control everything. Releasing and letting the universe work its magic. Do its job. Create from the quantum field what you truly want to experience in your material 3D reality. So you have this opportunity to be successful in every aspect of your life. You don't have to settle for something that's just good enough. It's okay. It's fine. You don't have to settle. You can, if you decide that it's not important enough to, fight for it. That's not the hill that you're willing to die on, right? As they say. You'll know the things that you need to be diligent on, like the chipmunk, that you need to be focused on, you need to be persistent on, you need to be dedicated to. You'll know what those are when you close your 2 seeing eyes and open your intuition. Feel how your body feels. If you feel like you've got rocks in your belly, your shoulders are hunched up and you're kind of curled in around yourself, that's not good. That's not good. That's not a good reaction. If you're feeling light, it's easy to breathe. You feel yourself kind of leaning forward. Your arms are open. They're not crossed across your chest or anything. That's all good body language to you, speaking to you, telling you from your future self, through your intuition, through those divine downloads, that wisdom coming from your higher self channeling, through your future self who has already been successful in whatever it is. Just make that connection with your future self and step into that reality, and you will find your success. So, that is our message for the day. I do, though, hope that it blessed and resonated with you. Again, feel free to leave any comments if you would like to. If you haven't already liked and or subscribed and you feel like doing that, you should do that as well. I don't get any money from these videos. This will never be a monetized channel, but it does help the YouTube algorithm help other people find these videos and find the channel. So thank you again for sticking around to the end of the video. Have an amazing, blessed day. You have success waiting for you right on the other side of your fear, right on the other side of what makes you uncomfortable. So step into your power, take charge of your life, and make it happen. I love you. Have the most amazing, fantastic day. Namaste and ciao for now.